All
Dang,
right,
that was
everybody.
loud.
That was out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me turn that. I'm trying to get used to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better equipment. Sound, trying to get out of this terrible sound area. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you back. Thank you back. Thank you for coming back to the podcast. Hi. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Well, I'm doing great too. I'm doing great too. A very interesting day for me. My dad finally moved out. Not I said
Oh,
that
what?
bad. I said that like I've been waiting for him to leave. Let me backtrack a little bit. He like went to move live at his house today, which is in Georgia.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so they driving two
Oh,
days,
wow.
2 days a day, 2 days and like 7 hours, something like that. So it was like I'm like, okay, cool. We got the house to ourselves now. We can walk around butt naked. My girlfriend was a little
Yeah.
bit. She was kind of going through a phase. When they first came, she was kind of like, oh my god, I didn't have my house to myself, but now they're leaving. Right, they've been here for 2 or 3 years, and she's kind of like going through detachment issues. So she's coping.
Aw, she
Yeah.
got
So
used to them.
yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
2 to
She
3
did get
years
used
is a
to it.
long time. When you said he
True.
moved out, I was like, "Oh, a couple months or something,
Yeah,
not
no,
years."
not years. Yeah, it's been since I think 2021. I think. Yeah, since we moved in, basically, like almost like a month after.
Yeah.
So yeah, she doesn't like change. So
Mhm.
her and I have been sipping. Um,
Oh my god.
we've been sipping all day. So, guys, today it's just me and Amanda. Zach's off doing whatever he does, so we can get down to the the our people talk. Okay. Okay. So this episode should be interesting. Recently, Amanda's been spamming me with these videos from this one guy, saying he's got really good points, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm a lean into it with an open mind. Maybe he's got some facts, but I'm not gonna lie to you, Amanda. Already off top, I'm kind of like, ooh, I've seen this story before. I've seen this
Yeah.
story before of guy basically feeding women what they want to hear,
Yeah.
and so it's. I think I've heard this story before, but hey, I'm not gonna hate on the brother. I'm gonna listen. I think we listened to one of his videos before on another podcast, but let's
Yeah.
let's let's go a little bit deeper into what he's saying, because I mean you sent me like every one of his videos, but let's go ahead and get into the first one here. Hold on.
Independent women do submit to men. You just have to actually be a man. These men call women masculine because they don't want to be held accountable for not being man enough for them. I don't care how independent she is. She wants a man who can pray, protect, provide, and lead. The issue is you want her to put her guard down with you, but you haven't earned that yet. When she's been independent for so long, it's gonna take more than the bare minimum for her to let her guard down. Period.
Okay. Okay. Couple of my personal trigger words. Um,
I
um,
already know one of them.
what is it? What is it?
Masculine.
Masculine. Yeah. And bare minimum. Bare minimum. So
Yeah.
let's state it. Independent women do submit to men. You just have to be to be an actual man. I do agree with that general statement. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think women should just be submitting to any man. I would tell
Mhm.
this to any of my, female friends or sisters, anything like that. You should submit to the man you want to be with, who you are with, but that
Mhm.
man has to be a certain type of man. I agree with
Mhm.
that. I agree with that. The issues come in is where a lot of times in my experience, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see this happening a lot. I see that the guy is technically the man that they say they want, but they're still not submitting
Mhm.
because whether it's just from fear, from the guy leaving you, which we all have fears of the person leaving us, of being alone or being done wrong type of thing. Or a phrase I hear a lot is that um, um, I'll be independent. I'll be submissive when we become husband and wife, like when you marry me.
Yeah.
You don't hear that?
I mean, I can see somebody saying that, but if you're not submissive when you're not married, it's not going to all of a sudden happen just because you got a ring.
You're absolutely right. And tell these girls that they be tripping. I
Oh my
think
God.
I think anybody who's expecting like, oh, I'm gonna put this ring on this person's finger, and then everything about our personality is just gonna change is ridiculous. Man or a woman, to be
Yeah,
fair.
that's like when people say, "Oh, let's have another baby because things will be better." No, they're not going to
Yeah,
get better. If
that's the
they weren't better
stupidest
the
thing I've ever
first time,
heard. Yeah,
yeah,
like a fixed
you're just messing
relationship,
up your
baby.
life more.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
keep a
messing up
nigga,
that
baby.
child's
I've heard
life.
all of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we can say that now because Zach's not here. Anyways, I've heard it all. So with that sentiment, I guess he is. But again, the whole bare minimum thing, I think I've expressed my feelings about that. And I actually have a more detail for that because I was thinking of it. I'm riding, going to work, just driving, thinking about stuff, and thinking about the bare minimum, and thinking about setting your bare minimum so high. I felt like I mean, it's your right actually as a American human being to look to for whatever you want out of your significant other type of thing. But let me ask you, if I'm expecting, let's say if you were expecting $1 million tomorrow, you see what I'm saying? Just expecting $1 million tomorrow, would you be as excited if you weren't expecting that $1 million tomorrow and you got it?
No, I'd be more excited.
Right, you'd be more excited because it was like so surprising. It was like this was more than what you asked for, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you asked for a couple like $100,000, couple $100,000 to like get situated, get your stuff paid off, and put something in the bank investment, it'd be cool. But like, oh snap, $1 million, that's crazy. I felt like that's how relationships should be. I felt like there's a certain amount of like, okay, I need this, we need this, but everything extra, oh wow, that's great. Like, thank you. Like, and it's that feeling that gets lost with all this whole bare minimum talking, being the right person for somebody. If you want your man to meet all these requirements and they are the standard, I mean, in anything, human beings just naturally, if you're expecting something, are you excited about it then? Are you as appreciative if you're expecting this?
Well, I think it depends on like what the bare minimum is for you because every person is going to have different bare minimum. Like for example, if a girl has always gotten with people that are not respectful to her or something, and that's her bare minimum, and then she finds somebody that actually is respectful, and that's one of her bare minimum standards, she's going to be excited about that because she hasn't found that yet. So
Right.
It really just depends.
Fair enough. I feel like being respectful, that literally is like the bare minimum. She can raise that a little bit.
But
like,
you would be surprised how many guys are not respectful, especially once you're in a relationship with them or something.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Some of it again. So with that not being respect, I feel like some of it is the intent behind it. I feel like that gets lost. I feel like that's important. I feel like somebody's intentions. Because I feel like I'm disrespectful sometimes, but not intentionally. Like I'm not thinking of like being disrespectful to you. It's just how it comes out. So I we gotta take that into account. But I feel like just in general, if your expectations are so astronomically high, and that's what you're expecting, when you do get it, you're unappreciative of it, or not as oh okay cool, like he paid all my bills. That's what he's supposed to do. Like it would be nice to be like, wow, thank you for doing, like, still like those two should go hand in hand. It shouldn't just be like, this guy is great, he gives me everything, but that's what he's supposed to do, so I'm not going to thank him for it. That's what it almost sounds like. And so in that situation, why would the guy sign up for that? Life.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. It would be accused of man interrupting. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think there's two different types of people, though. There's the people that are not appreciative of it. I can't talk. Appreciative of it.
Blooper.
And then the people that are actually genuine and stuff, like they know what they're looking for. They're going to appreciate it. But the other people that are just like, oh, he should have been doing that. Nah. Two different types of people.
But there's the people he talking to is what I'm saying. Those people he talking to are the people who
Oh,
won't
yeah.
appreciate it, who will get it and be like, "Oh, he's supposed to do that. Why would I thank him?" Like, it's crazy to say out loud, but it's like, why wouldn't you? Like, no one's ever
Yeah.
in your life giving you this and giving you this, and now he's giving it. Like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, that
Well,
just makes sense to me.
maybe initially, if it's something that has never been given to you, maybe initially you might be thankful for it, but after a while you'll be like, he's supposed to do that. He's been doing that.
We'll see. There you go. I mean, some things some things you are obviously supposed to do. You're supposed to respect each other, honor each other, stuff like that. Not lie to each other, be things like that. But there's certain extra things I feel like are added into that, like the whole like providing type of thing. Like I tell you, most of us ain't got that kind of money. So for a woman to find a dude who does have that type of money and is willing to fund your life, I feel like that should be like the most. Oh, thank you, not like worshiping him, but like just so appreciative.
I feel like my takeaway from this video is, I mean, it's similar to, I think, the soft guy era one that we did, where if you guys compliment each other, I feel like that's what I got from it. If you compliment each other, then an independent woman will submit to you. If you're meeting her needs, like, she doesn't have to worry about anything. So she'll be happy. She'll be content. You guys will be good.
There's another aspect to this too, because again, I got a lot of single, independent women in my life. A lot of them, family members. A lot of them almost like can't see themselves because again, submitting, right, and letting the man lead. That is like a release of control in a way. They can't see themselves doing that. So
I think that's probably because they've been hurt so many times and stuff. That's the problem, is that guys don't see the damage that they do. I mean, women probably do the damage too, but yeah, but guys, they don't see the damage that they do. It's long lasting. Like, that stays with somebody once they're on to the next person. They still have that in their head, and they have all these triggers that if they see one person doing something that the last person did, they're like, oh man, he's just like the other one. And they kind of like write him off. So I think that's the issue with all these independent women. They have not come across somebody that is willing to do the things that they need to make them feel safe and be able to submit. And so it'll be really hard for the right guy for them to break down their walls. He'll really have to like prove himself.
Right.
And
so
he might not want to stick around to do that.
There you go. You stuck the landing.
But then maybe he wasn't the right one for them, because if he was the right one, he would stick around and he would break down the walls and stuff.
So let's put that, like, again, to just a visual image. That guy you just talked about has to go above and beyond for nothing he has done to basically not get appreciated. That's essentially what.
I mean, maybe they'll appreciate him after he goes above and beyond, and they feel like they can let their guard down. It can happen.
We're in dreamland now. Okay. It can happen, guys. Hey, salute to you. It can happen. I guess it can happen.
It might be the minority of what happens, but it can happen.
Hey, I mean, we're going to preach positivity. You only need one, right? There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Happy hunting. Okay. All right. So that was the first video. Let's get into this other one again, because she spammed me, y'all.
Oh my God, what a hater.
All right, let's get to this next video. Let's see what again, I still got my ideas. I still feel like we're on that train, but I'll give you the example at the end. Hold on, let's see this video. If a man doesn't call you, there we go. Restart. Pause. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Man doesn't call you, it's because he doesn't want to call you. If a man doesn't invite you to go out, it's because he doesn't want to see you. If a man treats you bad, it's because he doesn't care. If he lets you go, it's because he doesn't want to be with you. When a man says, I'm not ready, but you are the love of my life and the one I want, but now is not the right time, it's simply because he doesn't want you. Don't keep playing confusing games. Don't justify him. When a man wants to be with a woman, he stays with her without lies, excuses, and complications. Stop being genuine and naive, and stop justifying his every excuse and complication and put yourself first. You don't need someone that doesn't know what they want. You do not need someone that doesn't know your worth. You deserve a man that knows your worth and fights for you every day. Stop breaking your own heart for someone who probably won't even be as good as you expect, and give yourself the opportunity to be happy and be with someone who actually deserves you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I think I mentioned it before. You said you didn't know him. Derek Jackson. You never heard of him?
No.
That is surprising.
That is.
He was very prominent. Let me hold on. Let me just for reference. I already got it queued up. Let's go ahead. Let's just compare the two. Let's compare. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you about Derek Jackson in a second, but this is compare the two.
Okay.
There we go.
Withdraws or starts to shut down on you, more than likely it's something that you've done or said that makes her feel like it's not safe to love you. Like as men, we tend to get it confused. We think, she must be complacent. She done got too comfortable. When ironically, it's probably the exact opposite. More than likely, she's not comfortable at all. And now her guard is up, which means her affection is down. And no, it's not spite, it's survival mode. And the more that you push on her to just snap out of it, the more you criticize her, the more that you threaten to leave if she don't step it up or, talk about her looks or her energy being negative, the more you just validate her decision to get emotionally distant from you because obviously you don't get it. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is whenever you don't even make a valid effort to try to understand how she feels because you're so consumed with how much her withdrawal is inconveniencing you. Instead of acknowledging the fact that just by trying to love you, your woman is spiritually withering away right in front of you. And if that goes on long enough, man, she gonna pull away so far that no apology, no begging to go to therapy, no nothing is gonna pull her back in so you can have another chance. If you're
Yeah, so that's Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson was married. He unfortunately, for his marriage, they got divorced because he was cheating on his wife with a few women.
Oh, I might have heard about that, but I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, no, Daddy, a handsome looking brother. I'm sure he was, made his rounds with the ladies. He's saying everything they want to hear, right? On top of that, he got one of them pregnant, had made one of them get an abortion. Allegedly, is what I heard. From what I heard from stories. But yeah, no. Then they did a really weird apology video with them, like both him and his wife. It just so I'm not saying this guy you've been spamming me with is Derek Jackson, but this is what it comes off to a man hearing this stuff. The stuff about basically if a man doesn't call you, he don't like you. If he not, this can all be explained. I mean, don't get me wrong. In some situations, because I've had to explain this to a girl. In some situations, there's guys who just want you as a girlfriend type of friends with benefits type of thing. They want you within arm's distance, not too close. They're gonna push you back, but not too far. You're out of reach. They want you within arm's distance, basically. And so that's what that could be. But to say that that's 100% the situation, that's a little bit. You mixing some situations there, and just nothing's all ever 100 a thing. Not ever 100 a thing. There is a viable reason why a dude may not want to get married just now. It probably centers around money.
He didn't say marriage though, but I think for me, I just think a lot of the things he said was triggering because that has happened with me with guys I've dated. I think that's why. So everything he said to me was accurate because I've experienced it.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's accurate. I think didn't he say, I mean, I'm going to watch it again. I could have swore he said something.
He said marriage. He said something about, they said they didn't want to be with the person right now, but they were the love of their life. And I don't know, something else. But it wasn't marriage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take your word for it. But if it wasn't marriage, then yeah, it was that thing. I take it back. I take it back. But in some cases, speaking his words, right? Talk about if a man doesn't fight to keep you in his life, that's a little bit disingenuous. What do you mean by that, brother? That like,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you right now, I'm not fighting to keep anybody in my life.
Well, I
Why am
think for me that meant like, I don't know, if there's something that is really bothering her or that needs to be changed in the relationship that you guys keep coming back to, that you're having problems with, it comes to a time where you have to make a decision. Do you want to stay with this person and work on that thing, or are you willing to just give it up and move on? I think that's what he meant by that.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's your boy. Hey, I mean, I don't.
Hey, these are just my views. Let's
Right,
hear yours.
I see these words being misconstrued. The way how I went to marriage, right? That's where I took it basically. I mean, if someone just don't want to be with you in a relationship, that's what I was talking about. How it's like they want to keep you at arm's distance. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. But if he's not inviting you out, there's reasons behind that. It's not immediately because he don't want to see you. It's specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one thing if y'all smashing and then he don't want to be seeing you in public. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, he'll message you like that. But it's like you can't be like, oh, like we ain't went out in like 4 days. Like if you in like a week or two, because I'm broke, girl. I'm at work, or I ain't got the time. You know what I'm saying? So like there should be follow-up questions. That's all I'm saying. There should be follow-up questions to these statements, not just immediately you didn't call me, so that means you don't love me, you don't care about me, you wish I died, and I'm gonna leave you. And it's like that's a jump to me. That's a jump. Like I felt like and maybe here's the issue for me personally. It's like that's my number one thing. I feel like I need to be, especially if I haven't done anything. I feel like my personal need, I need to be given the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
go ahead. No.
Oh, I can cut you off, I feel like, but
yeah, right. Damn.
I feel like he's just doing abbreviated, like it's just an abbreviated word choice. It's like something that has been ongoing. It's not just like, oh, this instance, this month, he hasn't been asking me to go out. It's like, if he hasn't been doing it for a while, then that should give you a sign. If he's not trying to call you and you're just like waiting by the phone all the time, that should give you a sign too. Especially if you try to reach out to him and you still don't hear nothing, then that should give you a sign.
Okay, yeah. If you reach out to him, but he don't respond or something like that, then yeah. But if he's not reaching out to you, there's a thing, right? Going back to that whole provider man, the man you want type of thing. I was telling my homegirl this, like certain dudes, the kind of dude you want, he gonna be unavailable a lot. He trying to get his money up. So he ain't gonna be able to talk to you. He ain't gonna be able to go out all the time. He gonna have to work. If he works,
but I feel like he'll explain that to you. He won't just let you be wondering. He'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I've been out of touch. I've been working. I've been doing this or whatever. I'll hit you up next week."
Okay,
he'll explain it if he's the right one.
Here's the issue. We're expecting men to use their words, and we don't do that. We'll use them if requested. But it's like if our minds, it's not necessary to us. Like, oh, I feel like because we're thinking the whole time, like if she wanted to know, she'd ask. That's okay. That's what it is. So we're like,
if you were not with your current girlfriend, right?
Right.
And there was somebody that you really, really, really were into, but you were working a lot. Would you just not be contacting her, or would you be worried that somebody else was going to snatch her up and you'd be contacting her and be like, "Look, girl, I'm busy"? I feel like I know the answer.
I'm gonna be real.
You really, really, really like this person. You don't want nobody else to snatch them up.
I'm gonna be honest for myself. I don't know because I know what a lot of guys probably would say. Me personally, it depends on what I'm doing. Honestly, at this point in my life, because I've done that before. I've like dropped everything to try to be next to a girl type of thing, and
I'm not saying drop nothing though. I'm saying just give an explanation. You still keep doing you, you still keep working. But
Mhm.
if you really like this person, you're not just gonna let them go days without talking to them or nothing. You're gonna let them know, hey, I'm
You know what?
busy.
You know what? That actually happened to me. Not that I was busy. I just didn't talk. I didn't call her. I didn't text her for like 2 or 3 days. And then the next time she texted me like after the third day and was like, "Oh, you don't care about me. You go 3 days without commenting me. We're done," basically. And I was like, "Wow, like I didn't think any of that." And I was like, "Damn, like for real, like." It was surprising to me. I promise you, I'm not sitting out here thinking like I don't care about her, so I'm not going to text her or call her for 3 days so she can get the message. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't it. It happened, and she literally stopped talking to me. So okay, cool.
But I'm not talking about like 2 to 3 days though. I'm talking about like 4 to 7 days.
That's a long time.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. If you're that busy and you're not reaching out to this
That's a
person
long
that you
time.
really, really, really like.
So again, I'm not. So some of these girls I know, they get a little bit upper, like they got better careers than me. So they looking for guys that are doing more. You doing more to make more money. You're gonna be working longer. You're working
Mhm.
harder hours. So I don't know. Can't. I got to ride for my brothers on this one. I can't. I don't know if they might be busy. You know what I'm saying? Like long hours, multiple jobs. You going in your business. You working like every day, all day. So it's
Okay,
like,
but still, if you personally,
what?
if you really like somebody, but you're really like you're about to get a business off the ground, like you're about to make so much money, whatever. So you're
Mhm.
really working on it. You
Okay.
as David.
Okay.
But you really like this girl. You don't want to let her get away.
Okay.
Are you gonna stop for a second and text or call her and let her know, hey, sorry, I'm busy. Next week will be better. Like, please don't hate me or something like that.
That sounded kind of like begging.
Or you, I mean, you don't have to beg, but you can let her know you're busy. So what,
I
you
would
just gonna
try.
let her get away?
I would try. I think. I mean, hey, hey. They like buses. Miss one, next 15 one coming. But
Nah, not if it's somebody you really, really like. Like they
here's the
check
thing.
all your boxes.
But we're not together already. How do I? Here's the thing. Here's what I
No,
come to right in my
it's
mind.
like you're not in a relationship right now and you
Right.
just met this perfect person. You went on a couple of dates or whatever. You've been
Okay.
talking for a little bit. You met this
Okay.
perfect person, but it's just not that great a time because you're getting your business off the ground or whatever.
Okay.
You just
I got my
gonna
answer.
not talk to her and let
I
her
got
get
my
away.
answer. Right. Yes, I possibly am. That more so. But here's the thing. I've learned in my life, you really how can I be so attached to somebody already? I don't even know that person. We went on certain
Yeah.
dates. We haven't spent like a night together. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't know anybody until you live together. But I've been that overly and not that successful dude, but I've been that dude like wanting to be with that girl really, really bad. And then really not knowing anything about like I think I know, but I don't. Oh, she's so great. She's do this. And then it's like, so that feeling, no, I don't have that anymore. So now it would be, I think this girl looks good. I think she would be great. I want to talk to her. You know, I want to take her out, but like, it probably will slip my mind, but it won't be because like I just don't care about her. It's just you're not a priority yet.
Yeah.
That's just real. You're not a priority yet. I'm not going to prioritize somebody. I don't know you. Basically, you could be talking to 3-4 other dudes and just lying to me. Be like, oh, you a born again Christian or something. All this stuff could just be I don't know you. So it's like to put that investment in. That's when dudes crash out. I'm not trying to crash out. I'm not trying to crash out. You put that much love, and I even from like high school days, and this up until like 4 or 5 years ago. Honestly, it was just like I would kind of do that, like overly invest in women. Not to say there's some good women out there. Not to say none of them really did me dirty. It just didn't work out. But I'm so attached. Like, no, it must work out. I must work it. And it just didn't. And it's like, I felt like I almost wasted my time. Not because of like they wasted my time. I wasted my time because I chose to be that into her. You know what I'm saying? I chose to put all my attention and everything in there. And I know girls love that attention and it's great when you're getting it. But at the same time, you want that dude to be successful to the moon. And so
Yeah.
I would want to respond to her like that. I would want her to, here's the thing. I would want that girl to be just as into me as I am to her. I would want her to understand or try to understand, again, benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe he's busy. Maybe text him. Now, if I don't respond,
Yeah,
that's
but
fucked up.
after a week,
Okay.
after a week, that's
so back to this. So you mean, so I didn't text her for a week, but she didn't text me for a week? So we in the same boat then. Why she bad?
I didn't say that. Maybe
I'm
she
just
did
saying.
text you and you didn't
Okay,
respond. He
okay,
didn't
yeah,
clarify that part.
Okay,
He
cool.
didn't clarify.
Right.
He
That'd
just
be
said no
dirty.
contact.
That'd be dirty. I ain't never ghosted nobody. I have forgot to text somebody first. Okay. My bad. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to irritate you. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know what you want until you tell me. That's just.
Well, and also you brought up like high school days and whatever. I feel like high school days and college days, you can't really count those. Like guys are looking for different things. People are not as matured yet.
Right.
So you can't really count those to what we're talking about right now.
Oh, no, I'm counting from high school. You're all right. I'm counting from high school up until like 4 years ago. I'm 36 now. So it took me a long time. It took me a long time to mature.
I feel like those experiences, like people change. Back then, you might have put all your energy into somebody because they looked good or whatever, and they weren't worth your time. But now you're older, you'll be looking for different things. You're not just going to say, oh, she looks good, let me put all my energy into her. You're going to be looking at other things like her values and whatever. And so if you're really into somebody now, it's going to be different than then. So it might be worth it to put more effort in now.
Yeah, I put my effort into one girl. This is my experience. This is probably a lot of guys' experience. I put effort into a girl, and then she broke up with me after like 2 days. My friends still make fun of me for it, and I worked with her. So she got with some other dude like who worked in the office. So maybe I have a sore spot for this. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, yeah.
If a guy hasn't happened to you, live your best movie moment and text that girl every day, and I hope it works out for you. But like for the dudes who like me, who like, oh yeah, this girl's everything on paper, is everything I ever wanted type of thing. I'm like so involved, and then it's gone. You see what I'm saying? Like that would jade most people. I feel like the fact that I'm in a relationship now and I love her and I want to be with her says a lot about me growth wise, but I'm not doing the same old stuff. And it's kind of like, I do feel bad a little bit sometimes. And it's like, I'm not that lovey dovey anymore, to be honest. I still do things for her. Obviously, I mean, we got a house together. But I still do great things for her. Obviously, but it's like, and we've been together for 4 years, so maybe one day we'll put a ring on. I don't know. We gotta.
Oh my
god! But it's different now. And if she was like, "Oh, I want you to text me every day," I'll try. But if I don't, like I'm not afraid of you leaving. If that's the case, I'm not afraid of you being out of my life. I'll be sad. Okay, it's a possibility. It'll happen. So it makes me sound like I don't care, but I do care. It's just I also care about myself. I know what I went through last time, mentally and emotionally. That's never going to happen again. I didn't like myself then, and it's unfortunate. And I hope it doesn't happen to anybody, but it does. It happens. So I'm listening to this guy say this, and it's like, well, like I got to babysit her, like this is just it. I want the energy matched. I want to be given the benefit of the doubt. Because if she went 2-3 days without texting me, I'm like, okay, maybe she's busy. Maybe she's busy. She probably not, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's busy. I'm just, hey, and then again, if I want to talk to her, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna text her if I have the time. Oh, I was thinking about her. Let me call her and text her. Now, some dudes don't understand that. The girls just want to hear from you sometimes. If you have the time, hey, just thinking about you, smooches, whatever. But even that is like, that's not because he don't care. He don't know.
Yeah.
Most dudes, I didn't know it was a problem. Like, we're just oblivious to the world.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that women, it's crazy hearing women talk. It's like, oh, he did this. Like, how could he not know that? No one taught him. How does he?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
that
how is
is
he supposed
true.
to know?
Some guys need to be taught.
It's crazy. My homegirl's talking about some dudes like he on text right back, and I'm about to drop him, and it's like, I mean, I sucks for him.
What?
She's kind of young, but he like
That makes sense.
the text, right? He don't know the texting game, right? How would he know? Is somebody did I don't know how she know, but somehow dudes just don't get it sometimes, and it's like, oh, okay, well, he just, hopefully he finds his person eventually. This one ain't it, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
I was
Like,
gonna say it just might be that person because somebody might like if you text back quick. Not that girl, but
I don't. I think what she meant was like he either doesn't text back quick, or like the energy's not matched, or it's dry. That's what it is. She said.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
having an engaging conversation actually is a learned skill that most dudes know. Dudes talk
Yeah,
to
it
dudes like,
is.
"Hey, you play games? Yeah, I play games too. Let's be friends."
Yeah,
So
I
that's pretty
know.
much it. That's pretty much it. It's not that complicated. But talking to girls, you got
Yeah.
to be able to carry the conversation and stuff. And a lot of dudes ain't figured that out. But it's not like he don't care. It's just
Yeah.
he don't know how. So I'm putting back on the women then. How much do you care about him to teach him to spend the time and invest? Because that's
Well, it
scary,
depends on the
right?
guy. Yeah,
It
it
does depend
depends
on
on
the
the
guy,
guy. Because
right?
I definitely have wasted my time on some people a lot of times.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah, it depends
Fair
on the
enough.
person. And I learned over time.
Yeah, but people get scared of doing that because they're afraid the person's gonna leave, which is always the case. It's always the threat of that. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just not afraid of it. You're gonna leave. You're gonna leave. Hey, I can't. I
Yeah.
mean, legally, I can't handcuff you. You know what I'm saying? Like, legally, I can't do that. We should do that.
Yeah.
So if she could my girl could wake up tomorrow and be like, I don't want to be with you no more. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be sad, obviously, but I'm
Yeah.
like, not like before. I've
Yeah.
seen this story again. Okay, cool, and all right, like, good luck to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll admit it. I'm the same way. I never used to be that way. I used to be like, no, don't leave. But now I'm just like, all right, there's the door. Go ahead.
Right.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. Please don't let me stop you from your happiness. And it's not that we don't care about this person or we don't care they would leave. It's just my world's not gonna end if you leave. You like, because at that
Yeah.
point, people say you wouldn't fight for me or something like that. At that point, I'm fighting against you. I'm not fighting
Yeah.
against you for you. I can fight with you. It's like, we battle together this outside
Yeah.
world, but I'm not going. We're supposed to be working together. So if I
Yeah.
gotta fight you to keep, no, you can go ahead and go. I'm not the one for you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I wish you the best.
But I think that's kind of the point. He's saying if this person is not fighting to keep you, then they're not for you. That's
Where's
the whole point.
Where's the fight though? He just didn't text back. He don't know.
No. These are all different scenarios, all right?
It's too generic. People are applying this to two specific scenarios.
I think it reaches the people that it's supposed to reach, basically. Like I said, everything he said triggered me. Everything, because I've been through it.
It's triggering too many people. It gotta.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why he has something to say. It's triggering too many people. Too many people have been through
no
it.
follow-up questions. They just like, oh, he didn't text you back. Must not like me. Oh,
Look through the comments. See if there's any follow-up questions. Maybe there is.
Follow-up question. Let me see. Let's see. Hold on.
There's going to be a lot of, yeah, you're right. This is so
Of course
true.
there
This
is.
happened to me. But maybe there's some questions in there. There's somebody.
Okay.
I don't completely agree.
That's a dude. I don't. I don't completely agree with this.
It
I would
piqued
have.
my fitness, though.
Okay, maybe. I got closer with the Lord and realized that there are really great men out there who have to be careful about who they bring into their lives, and there is a testing of the spirit that has to happen, and we need to be patient. It's a woman. As women, to allow men to figure out what they want, and if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Everyone is in such a rush these days. Nobody. Oh my God. And nobody is willing to wait to find out what God has in store in prayer, discipline, patience, and timing. Okay, sorry to this person. I called them a guy. It's obviously a woman. I'm a little I'm a little tired, y'all. But okay, so okay, fine, you did say that. Jesus. But again, so that there's patience. So again, patience. That's part of technically what I was saying, right? If you're having some issue with a guy, it's not just like immediately throw him away. Like my Brittany and I have had issues, and we've worked through it. I'm like, it's crazy because you would think what my mindset is like, oh, she's walking on eggshells. As soon as she do something, I'm gone. It's like, no, I've kind of right. So I was like, but no, I'm really what?
I was gonna say, I take it as you're the one that's like, all right, you can leave when you want to. Like, you're not gonna tell her, oh, you're gone because you did this. You're like, all right, if that's your problem, then go ahead if you want to. That's how I take it.
Oh, then yeah, that's pretty much how I am. No, and I really get into if it's a situation we talk about it, and if it's at the end of the day, if it's just her problem, then it's just her problem. Then it's and the same goes with me. Like, if I have an issue and it's just my issue, I'm not going to burden it with her. Like,
yeah,
so
it just depends on how big the issue is. Like, if it's a deal breaker or what, and if that's the case, they're not the right person for you.
Right. Well, that's fine. I feel like not getting a text back is not a necessary deal breaker. Unless you he was not doing nothing. I can see that.
Yeah.
I guess.
It depends on the situation.
But then it's like, man, like how, so the whole thing, right? It's like, say 7 days, right? He didn't text you, whatever. But in that 7 days, if you didn't text him, like, are you specifically waiting just for him to reach out? Is that still a thing with women? Like, they don't ever reach out to the guy they like?
I think it depends on the person. Because me, honestly, after like 3 days, I probably would have reached out.
Yeah,
and actually,
like,
I had before and didn't get a text back. So
join the club. I've been here for a while. I mean, again, so that's a good test. I feel like that should be. I heard women talk about that, like some women talk about not telling a guy what it is that you're looking for in a man because then he'll just pretend to be that man. Basically, it kind of makes sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, but certain things is like, if you already feel like he may be that man, I mean, at some point you're gonna start giving them the benefit of the doubt, pouring into him, so to speak. So it's like you got to do it in some facet, in some form. It's got to happen.
Yeah, you have to trust them somewhat and give them a little bit,
Right. Because I mean, just ask questions. I mean, the dude will tell you some stupid stuff, and you'd be like, "Yeah, this is dumb. I'm out." And it's like, it's almost like we're not smart enough to come up with good lies. That's when I hear, like, I know you dated a narcissist, but I hear all these girls date a narcissist. Like, no, we ain't all that smart. You ask us enough questions, and it's be a lot of just stupid stuff coming out. Like, okay, yeah, this is the dude for me.
But that's the thing. A narcissist is going to gaslight you and be like, "Oh, I never said that." Like, you catch them in lies, and they're, "Oh, no, I never said that. You imagine that."
Okay, you just got to not get gaslighted then. If you know it's a lie, that's you then. You just have mental training. If you know it's a lie, okay, cool, yeah, and then you just leave. You don't want them to hurt you. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye. And you just never talk to them again. There you go.
But that's the thing with narcissists. You get in an argument with them, it just gets even deeper and deeper and deeper.
Okay,
like, so you might prove your point,
right? But
then they try to pull you back in.
Okay, so you got to hit that. Now you got to work on homework, working on getting out of conversation with a narcissist. Just let them win. Hey, you know what? And then that's what
you got to do. That is what you got to do.
Okay,
and know that you're right.
You're right.
Know that you're right, but just don't say it.
Yeah, just never talk to them again. There you go. We solved it.
Basically, that's what you got to do. You got to walk away. Yeah.
Right. All right, guys. That was a longer conversation than I thought it was going to be. So, and at the end of the day, I feel like he has good points. I feel like he runs the risk. I mean, just like anybody, right? If a woman goes on here and talks specifically to guys, she's called a pick-me. If a dude goes on here and talks specifically to women, they're called a panderer. And he's been called a panderer in his comment section, and I've seen it. I feel like his points are not that bad. I mean, like a Derek Jackson, I hope he's not living a hypocritical life. But he's not bad for the things he says, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't exactly say it, And I feel like some people might take his words out of context, but short context video, and it's probably the best you're gonna get. So
Yeah, I feel like for people like you just need a little bit more explanation
like
on what
me,
he's talking
because I'm
about.
black.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I do that today. So, but all right, guys. So let us know in the comment section. What do you think? Does Amanda have some good skills at picking videos, or who's she following? She
Oh
drop
my
some vids.
god.
Let us know in the comment section. For We Tech Those. We out. Peace.
Peace out.